One of the first things I was told when became a tribal leader 10 years ago was protect our water, fight for our water. The water settlement that we have was first of its kind. And, we see the importance of it. We educate our younger ones that, this is crucial. This is something that is going to continue who we are as Occitan people. And I can't say enough about, our former leaders and members who've motivated us to protect this asset, this valuable asset. Leona Kakar, Carlisle Kakar, who I consider the GOAT, the greatest of all time for Occitan. She is the greatest leader Occitan's ever had.
She is Miss Water Rights. She is Miss Occitan Farms.
My vision was a tunnel vision. All I could think about was getting that water to the community.
The Occitan Indian community was created and established and recognized in 1912 by President Taft. And at that time, we were given 40,000 acres of land. But due to unforeseen circumstances at that time, we were reduced to 22,000 acres, where we're at today.
We were farmers. We still are farmers. It's our foundation. Each family, they had some small plots, and our lands at that time were being leased. However, in the early 60s or late 50s, our members then started to realize that our lands were being leased, then subleased to other individuals, and it turned out everyone was receiving more from those leases than our actual members. So then the group got together and they decided they want to establish their own Occitan farms, and they did. When our members then asked for assistance for the Bureau, we were told we were going to fail, not to do it, just stay with the leases. Our members broke off from the Bureau, stopped with the leases, started our own farms.
Well, I had two brothers. The oldest brother was the one that started the farm. And we got it going, and then he passed away in an accident before he got where he wanted to go. But he did start the initial part of the farm. We started our farming about early 60, 61, 62. We had a little profit in 63. I think we had a little $3,000 profit, which we were so proud of. We realized when the Bureau put us here and promised us 70,000 acres of water, they never did come through with it. So when we needed it with our farming, well, we didn't have it. We finally put a claim in to sue the government and the Bureau for failing their responsibility.
The local farmers were also drilling or getting water from our resources that, around the area, that it was depleting water so much that we had to go and lobby our efforts for a water settlement.
My first love was the community and then the farm, and I had to do it. I ended up on my own, to fight. From the time I was about 26, I was involved with the council, and I did so many things by myself because we didn't have a staff. I'd come over here in my car and work here at the farm, and then we'd have a meeting with a BIA people, then I'd have to run back to the village, to the other office, and take care of that. I did work good with them. I was courteous. Once in a while, I was kind of mean. I was kind of mad because I didn't like the way they were treating us. All I could think about was I was working for the 300 members, and the fields of cotton looked good, and I wanted to keep them looking good. If it was time, I had a bag packed, and if they'd say, okay, we're going to Washington tomorrow on the red-eye special, I had a little suitcase packed that I would just take with me right there.
She would be up in D.C. lobbying the efforts just constantly.
She's just one that won't say no. She's not going to give in. And she's always thinking about, the community, the people.
I had a good team. I had a good engineering team, and I had good lawyers. And we'd started our battle then in the early 70s.
She kept going, she kept pushing, she kept doing what she needed to do for her community. And just some of the stories I've heard from her, and just the difficulties and the trying times, but never had the intention to stop, was really motivating. It's really heartfelt.
She was there to say, nope, I'm not going any less than the amount that we want. She was our first female chairman. And eventually I was honored to be the second female chairman.
It was over 50 years that I served as farm board chairman.
What I learned from Leona was just to be steadfast and committed, express your thoughts, and always keep the community at your heart as you move forward. And that it's okay to disagree, but work on those disagreements in order, again, to move forward for the benefit of the community.
I had to get that water no matter what. I think it took me 26 years to get the water, but we did.
That settlement is going to go down in history as an opportunity for us to continue, but it also is an opportunity to let other tribes know and understand that it can be done. It will be done if you fight for what you feel is right.
We had a real big celebration for getting our water settled and continued our farm.
Leona has, again, always been part of the farm board. Although she was a council member, the farm was her baby, and she actually took it upon herself to make sure that it was going in the right direction. She had a vision, she had a thought, she knew which way we could go with farming, and she persevered and continued to move it in the direction she wanted to. She'll go down in history with what she's done just by looking outside and seeing all the farm fields, the 16,000 plus acres of farm that we do have in our community. That's her legacy, that's who she is. And so we're always going to have her as a part of her life regardless. My employment began with the farm. When we were teens, my uncle Richard Joaquin was a foreman in the farm, and during the summer when they needed extra work, helping hand labor, he would pick up me and my cousins and he would put us out in the field. So that was kind of our first lesson of working hard, but also being productive for our community, an opportunity to work and help our people. Today we've become one of the most successful farming communities, not only in Arizona, but the Southwest as natives.
We have 70 full-time employees on the farm. Seasons like we're planting right now, this harvest season for pecans, planting potatoes, there's another 20 employees here. Then in the summertime when we get into potato harvest, we'll bring in probably another 25 to 30 in this shed. We've got 16,000 acres that are cultivated and under irrigation right now, growing crops year-round. 12 months a year, we're always in production of various crops. We sell cotton, corn, alfalfa, sorghum, barley, wheat. We grow potatoes, chipping potatoes, growing a little bit of jalapenos.
Good water is what benefits our crops. And we're really proud of our crops here. In the past, it was just mostly cotton, but now we have sorghum, wheat, we have pecan trees, which are doing great.
We have a local Frito-Lay PepsiCo facility in Casa Grande. 75% of potato goes there.
We're considered one of the smaller tribes in Arizona, but we also are recognized as a tribe that perseveres and continues to fight and continues to move forward, setting an example to all other tribes that it can be done, it will be done, if you really focus on what you need for your community. And again, water is very crucial, and it's probably the most important asset that you could ever have.
I just want to say that I love the whole village. I love all the people in it. They're my family. You're part of them. You grew up with them. And they're there for me now, and I'm here for them.
Way oh hey, way oh hey, way oh hey.